All right, guys, live fire training day. Not gonna do much talking today. You're just gonna watch me shoot. Last one. So what is this? This is like a PCSL target at about 15, 18 yards. I'm gonna try to get lower on these. Yeah. Higher confirmation, but dot is much more stable, being a little bit lower. I need to work on this left turn, exit, and entry. This target right here is right on the 180. As soon as my dot gets on the A zone there, I'm gonna begin my exit. This entry, I don't want to just enter and finish here. I want to be ready to move this way if I had to. Which just means I'm going to point my toes a little farther out. Your toes always point where you're going. All right, very easy pace there. Ooh, right in the no shoot. All right, one more. Today I'm really just focusing on what a lot of people would call execution. Trying to throttle up and throttle down certain skills and abilities. With every run, I'm picking one thing maybe to change and seeing what I can and can't get away with. I'm seeing what actually happens when I confirm less on target 1 or target 2, or confirm more on target 3, or maybe I start the exit on target 2 instead of target 3. It's a little bit of experimentation, but I'm doing the same run over and over again. I mean, you don't want to just get good at doing the same drill. Like if you're going to drill something, focus on something specific every single time. Okay, let's change this up again. If you're watching this, you're a pretty dedicated shooter and trainer. We're getting deep in the weeds here. Still getting used to this trigger, and my grip is just really poor today. Still shooting this 145 power factor BBIs I made here. These are spicy. No excuses though. It's only killed a few optics. Let's do one more, because I really like that one. Definitely noticing some issues at this distance. These are like 15-yard targets over here. Just having such a hard time picking a spot on that target. And the dot brightness for those targets is not what I want for these. The perfect brightness for the far ones is just way too dim for these close ones. That's why we come out here. All right, I'm gonna look really aggressive on this. I'm gonna stand and move really aggressively. See what that changes. Man, it just feels better. Like a kid in a candy store. One more. Something about looking aggressive makes me aggressive. And it cues everything up to just be so much quicker. This is why if you watched my Finding 100 video or on my 80% runs, the hits were just so bad and the transitions were slow and I should say they were over confirmed and lots of over confirmation and weird grip things. I guess they say there's turtles and there's rabbits. You could probably say I'm the rabbit. But everyone needs the ability to throttle up and throttle down. Had a couple moments in Puerto Rico this year where it was pretty clear I was in the running to win. But not having the ability to throttle up or throttle down is what really hurt me. When I thought I was gonna slow down, things ended up just falling apart. And I just asked for a slower time when I was really just trying to be conservative. But you can't do that when you're shooting against Ashton Hammond and Billy Barton. They're just too good. All right, I'm just gonna draw and shoot this one. Back out on this far right target. Enter this position onto this no shoot. And then shoot the last 15-yard target. And yes, I do listen to music like this when I'm on the range. For some reason, it just puts me in that headspace, that John Wick headspace. Yeah. The hits weren't great, but man, I know I can clean that up. Yeah, clip the no shoot on that one. Whew, it's been a long day. And it's only gonna get harder. All right, what's actually just falling apart today is my grip. Everything else has been about as I would expect. The movement, the conformation. This is really just kind of the struggle of coming out of like that skill building phase. I really want to like stop and do my grip exercises, but what I need to keep doing is focusing on understanding what I can and can't do. And this is one of those days where I just can't get away with things that I normally would because the grip's not, it's just not there. So for the next few runs, I'm gonna cue up really just my grip. I'm gonna finish out doing what I'm doing here, which is not easy. This is a hard exercise. But I'm gonna go ahead and just try to focus on my grip. Grip solely. This is one of those days whenever you're done shooting, you just want to drive into a ditch. But then you have to remember that we're here to have fun. Yeah. Yep, I'm just gonna end it there.